Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power. As always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my sister, my in-laws, my father, my subscribers, my viewers, my family, and all those who are fighting for our liberation and salvation among the black nation. First of all, and also I want to give some hoteps and black powers to Sister Diane Nelson, who is just got out the hospital, dealing with lupus and can only have vision in one eye, and still manages, her and her son, on the streets in Connecticut to give out food, clothing, hygiene kits, hot coffee and tea to our so-called unfortunate brothers and sisters out there that are in the struggle. And the reason why I say so-called unfortunate is because we're only unfortunate in certain areas. We're very fortunate to be melanated people. And so that's why I use the term so-called unfortunate. But however, Sister Diane Nelson is also a donor. She always sends a donation monthly to the Street Law Soldiers movement to help us continue to feed the brothers and sisters out here in the struggle. And for that, sister, you will be getting the package in the mail before the end of the week, because we appreciate those who make contributions. And let me just set the record straight. I appreciate and love all of my subscribers and all future subscribers, because there'll be many more. But I'm not tripping off that. Once again, I'm not monetized on YouTube. I don't get a dime. I don't want them to give me nothing but the airtime to convey this information to you all. But it's up to you all, the people who stand behind and subscribe to the Street Law Soldiers and Shaka Sankofa, to ensure that we continue to be able to function. And your contributions and donations are very important at this time. And for the last 13 years, the Street Law Soldiers have been self-supporting through our own contributions, taking our last pennies and nickels and dimes for uniforms, for transportation, hotel and food and lodging when we travel in different cities, as well as food, clothing for our brothers and sisters in the street. Because it's good to get information, but sometimes all that talking is it's not doing us no good. That's a whole bunch of talking and comparing information, having these pissing contests. That shit is European. That's what the cracker does. We're in no position to do that. What we need to do is come together, combine our resources, our economics, and see who's for real with this, and see who's bullshitting. And so, with that said, let me get down to the video. Kamala Harris, I'm quite sure you've all heard of her. She's supposedly be running for president. She's a senator, and she's a fucking bedwench, white mulatto piece of shit. She is for the execution of black men that are in prison. She's for abolishing parole, those who make parole on good behavior. She is fighting legislation to get parolees set back in prison and sent to a work camp to work for free slave labor. She has an ice ape husband. And see, Roland Martin and these bed wenches, see, they know who to have. He know who to have on his show. this little 2-foot motherfucking tattoo, South Carolina watermelon head motherfucker. He knows who to have on his show. You know, this Chinese pumpkin head bitch always has bed wenches on the show and these coonettes to ride and condemn the black man. Same way they did Nate Parker. He went and got females, because see, Roland Martin has a high female energy in his ass. He acts just like a motherfucking woman sometimes. You know, and talking like Porky Pig all the time. You know, and that's a real clear indication of a lying piece of shit when motherfuckers talk like that. And so, but Kamala Harris is bad news. She is bad news. And then to add insult to injury, this bitch got the Black Panther Wakanda motherfucking sign up. And this bitch is not even black. This is just a ploy to suck motherfuckers in. She's the female Obama. Cory Booker and all them motherfuckers are no good. They're no good for black people. All they want to do is show the white power structure that they show no favoritism for blacks. And you can tell when you have a real candidate, because the first thing that they're going to impose is reparations for black people. That's the first thing. And see, you niggas that are you black people that are against reparations, that you don't give a fuck about your ancestors and what they did and what they died for, were whipped and raped for, and you're saying fuck them to please the goddamn white power structure. Those, you know, you niggas, you the niggas that I'm after. You are the niggas that I'm after. I'm not letting you come up for no goddamn air. None. And so Kamala Harris, do your research on this motherfucker. You know, and she's married. She got the Wakanda sign up. Like she's a Black Panther, but sleeping with a motherfucking Ice Age. If you can't understand that, or you fail to realize or see this shit, because they're going to make a lot of noise. These fucking Democrats are going to try to make her be something that she's not. The legendary James Brown, brothers and sisters. You remember when I told you all years ago that James Brown was murdered? Now, they're going to reopen the James Brown case. And they said on headlines, the James Brown murder case. Now, in 2006, you said he passed from congested heart failure. And now it's a murder case because you devils knew it all along. I've been investigating James Brown's situation through his son Daryl. And if you want to know in detail about the full truth and hear from a family member, Google Daryl Brown and on YouTube, and you'll see the interview that he had where he talked about it, how his father was murdered. And James Brown was in the hospital. And it was Christmas Eve. The family was all around. They were having fun. James Brown was giggling and laughing and everything. And they were scheduled to play in Hartford, Connecticut. And so James Brown just postponed that. And the doctor told James Brown he could go home today, but just for safekeeping, just stay overnight since it's late in the evening and it's Christmas Eve. Just go home Christmas morning. Everything was fine. When everyone left, with the exception of Charles Bobbitt, who's James Brown's manager. He stated that he went to give James Brown an Ensure drink from downstairs, and when he came back upstairs, James Brown was gray and deceased. And I don't know why people bought that, because Charles Bobbitt is a lying, thieving motherfucker nigga. That's the piece of shit, Charles Bobbitt, who's always been a crutball motherfucker when it came to black people. He's been with James Brown quite some time. And although James Brown was very, very up and aware of his finances, he trusted Charles Bobbitt, who was stealing from James Brown the entire time. He was also Michael Jackson's manager for a while, but Michael Jackson fired him for stealing. And Mike told James about Charles Bobbitt to cut him the fuck off, but James Brown held on to this nigga. And also, Charles Bobbitt has all of James Brown's, a lot of his properties signed over to him. A lot of his royalties are signed over to Charles Bobbitt. And so, Chip Lumar, who is James Brown's former son-in-law, pictured with the blue suit and tie on, went and told the press that James Brown was murdered. And he knew who the culprit was. But he never got a chance to give his complete story. Because 4 days later, when he was going into his gated community, someone met him at the gate and shot him several times, execution style. And Chip Lumar, he knew that Charles Bobbitt had a major hand in the murder of James Brown, and he lost his life in the process. So, we, assist the street law soldiers, assist me in digging this shit up and petitioning for a full investigation into the murder of James Brown. Because if I've discovered this information, goddamn well that they already knew about it. This was a planned assassination. And then they have his funeral on live television, playing all of his great songs, with Al Sharpton standing by the casket with his hands in a Masonic diamond. Look it up for yourselves, brothers and sisters. I'm only conveying y'all the truth of hard work and research. So let's send our energies out to James Brown and hope that he can rest in peace and rest in power. In Alabama, Hoover, Alabama, the cracker that killed the brother E.J. Bradford Jr. will not be charged with murder. Now, let me explain to you what happened. There was a fight between a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old man in the mall in Hoover, Alabama. The 21-year-old man brandished a weapon, shot the 18-year-old twice, A third shot hit a 12-year-old girl. E.J. Bradford, who is a special police officer, tried to de-escalate the situation. In Hoover, Alabama, redneck police came in there, and within 3 to 5 seconds, E.J. Bradford was dead. This is a goddamn shame. And let me tell y'all something, man. Aren't y'all tired of this shit? Are you tired of this? This is common practice where we're getting shot down literally like motherfucking animals every goddamn day. And we do nothing about it but jump up and down and run up and down the motherfucking streets. And they already know this. And I get sick of this motherfucking shit to see our young laying around dead like this. Like I explained to you all yesterday, how the Italians and Al Capone, Meyer Lansky, Bugsy Siegel, Dutch Schultz, all of the motherfucking crackers done the same shit. They were gangs. Killing over territory, robbing banks, doing drive-bys. That's where these brothers get this shit from. And what did these crackers do for them? Gave them an economic stimulus package and made them motherfuckers firemen, policemen, and proprietors. And these brothers don't get shit. You crackers sit back. You create this motherfucking atmosphere of disenfranchising the black youth. Unemployed. On drugs. You put the drugs and the guns in the community, and then you sit back and watch a depressed, enraged, inadequate feeling black man go crazy in the fucking hood, and then you crackers sit back and say, look at this shit. And then some of you niggas, you nigga politicians, because I'm after y'all motherfuckers too. Y'all sit back and agree with these motherfucking crackers talking about we need to build bigger prisons and abolish parole and, gun laws and all this shit. Y'all better hold on to your goddamn guns. This is one reason why they want to disarm you, so they can go into martial law, deputize these motherfucking redneck crackers that live in the goddamn woods and mountains to come down and ride down like they did in Katrina and start executing us and doing the work that the police are doing there as far as exterminating the black man. Look at this brother laying there in the mall like a goddamn animal. Now the thing is, a cracker cop don't feel he's not a real cop until he kills a nigga. First it was the cracker wasn't a man till he fucked a sister. Now it's to kill a brother. But the parents, E.J. Bradford's parents, I give them credit. They stood up. They stood up. They went ham and gangster on these motherfuckers on the news. The mother and the father. And this the best sign I've seen yet. Black lives don't matter. Because it doesn't when it comes to this goddamn country. The black heterosexual male is public enemy number one. That's E.J. Bradford's mother. And she ain't for no goddamn games. But she needs our support. You organizations, and I'm talking to you organizations and movements. Let's combine our resources and let's take a trip down there. 3,000 and 4,000 deep, strong, sober, strong, clear-headed, clear-minded black goddamn warriors. to say this is enough, because the strength comes in numbers. Because if we load up like that, I don't care, Hebrew Israelites, Black Panthers, Christian, Muslims, more signs. It doesn't make a motherfucking difference. Load up. Let's load up. Because we all have that one thing in common, that we are public enemy number one. But when they see us come together like that, that becomes and creates a threat to these motherfuckers. You see, a lot of you organizations are worrying about who's going to be in charge and all this bullshit. Nobody has to be in charge. We are grown motherfucking men. We are adults. We know how to conduct ourselves in unison. You do it when you go to prison. You do it when you're getting your paycheck from the devil. And as always, this Golden Corral buffet plate head motherfucker, Benjamin Crump, is always in the motherfucking picture. And I'm sick of this nigga too, because he only comes around when the media comes around. This nigga's hustling black people, the death and emotional hustle of black people. Then when he gets paid, he goes to the next motherfucker. He goes to the next slain brother, and the next slain brother, and the next slain brother. He's been doing this since Trayvon Martin. And all he is a boule alpha motherfucker that makes deals far as cash money with these goddamn devils for a loss of life. No amount of money can replace a brother. But you are the Monty Hall, let's make a deal of the black community when it comes to police terrorism. You're going to haul this injustice bullshit and all this shit. You're not going to battle in court. Because the first thing you're supposed to do is challenge this goddamn cracker that wasn't charged. Put the paperwork in and an immediate appeal and have this motherfucker stand trial. But all you worrying about is working on the wrongful death lawsuit. Not knowing that the victims don't know that wrongful death means that you're fucking guilty. That you need to take them off, recharge the motherfucker. But you're not about that. You about hustling black people. When have you taken a pro bono case? When have you done something for free that's off the camera? Case closed. And these youths are tired of this shit. They sick of this. Now that they know that they could die any motherfucking day, they starting to go fucking hard. But we gotta stand behind them. We can't keep saying, oh, it's a damn shame what they doing. We need to start trying to linking up. Because I've been working with the youth for 14 years. Actively. And so, I know what the situation is. I know what the dilemmas are. I know what their needs are. And that's why they burning this goddamn flag. It means nothing to them no more. Kevin Hart, who is catching the backlash from what he said, the homophobic statement that he made about hosting the Academy Awards, the Oscars. Now, they going around making him say he's sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And you know why? Because Kevin Hart played ball. kissing the rock in the mouth, playing the little fag. He was on Saturday Night Live in a dress, playing like he was the black female Pope. And you done all this sissy motherfucking shit. And so they assumed that you was in. And now that you don't want to play ball no more after these motherfucking crackers done paid you, that's why they set you up, hold you up in front of the world, and make you respect the fag and the dyke. Make you respect them. He was on Ellen DeGeneres the other day, knowing this butch bitch, this Ice 8 butch bitch, was going to sit there and torment his motherfucking ass and make him feel like he was so wrong by saying he not dealing with no motherfucking faggots and dykes. So they made him go against his word, make him apologize. You see, because you allowed the white man to have his hand in your motherfucking butt. His finger been in your butt for the last 10 years. And now since you don't want to play no motherfucking more, because people then start, pulling your motherfucking card. Now you want to play like you this motherfucking hard-headed sexual motherfucker. But that's untrue. Your little black cake's been popped. A nigga that had you on it, it probably was The Rock. But you done been on your knees at the after parties and been bumped out. So now that you don't want to play no more, motherfucking ass is sore, and the women are starting to hear about your motherfucking ass being a Fruit Loop. You want to go hard. And they gonna bitch you and bitch you and bitch you. They're gonna bitch your ass out and send a message that any of you niggas that we're giving money to, you actors or entertainers or motherfucking comedians, that don't have no love for the fag and dyke, we coming after your ass. That's why you hear Game and all them motherfuckers, Fat Joe and all them working with fags and shit. And see, I look at how you dress. Sleeves rolled up and all that type of shit. And come on, man. You got a sport coat on with the sleeves rolled up. Some motherfucking tight ass jeans on. And some fucking tennis shoes, some Converse on, with a t-shirt on, looking like a flaming bitch. This is what Hollywood does to you. Look what they did to Keke Palmer. Turned her into a straight motherfucking butch. Lee Daniels got a hold of that ass and now she is fucked all up. See, you can't act. That's not an act when you kissing a motherfucking nigga. That's not no act. And when these women are kissing other women, Queen Latifah and all them, but Lee Daniels, he knows who to get. When your career is looking shaky, he'll see if you want to play ball. And so, that's enough out of me, brothers and sisters. Shout out to Brother Mark Gipp, William Ivory, Denise Duke, Sister Miss B. And let me know where you coming from, Miss B. She says she has 2 sons. And she don't want to see nothing happen to them. They functioning pretty well. But as black men, we have to constantly stay on point with one another to ensure that we stay alive. Because this is a day-by-day thing, fucking with this cracker and police terrorism. It can happen to any of us. But you cannot be afraid to go and step to this motherfucking cracker. This ammoniated, sulfur smelling motherfucking ice ape who despises and is so jealous of the melanated people that there's nothing you could do. You can't buy melanin. So, with that said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to be getting back with you all very shortly. And till we meet again, brothers and sisters, Hotep, Black Power. And if you want to, anybody interested in purchasing any DVDs, let me know. Get in touch with me. If you want the 1804, any DVDs, Sandra Bland or Street Law Soldiers has a collection of DVDs. And so, get in contact with me or Queen Nzinga for further details on how to purchase DVDs, Shea Butter, Street Law Soldiers, Shea Butter, amongst some other things. Peace.